Over the past few decades, when it comes to people like getting mentally diagnosed with stuff, like at first, like over the course like the past few decades, it wasn't really like that popular, and it wasn't really like and it wasn't really considered like that much of an issue by like agencies all over the world. But now since it's becoming more optimized, especially here in the United States, like lots of people have been getting diagnosed all over the globe, and especially here in the U.S. But that's besides the point. Including celebrities and famous YouTubers, and Jacksepticeye has been lucky and has been officially diagnosed with autism. So Jacksepticeye has officially joined the club of autists. Welcome to the club, Jack. And don't worry, I can make that joke because I'm autistic myself. Okay, we're good. I can make that joke without getting canceled. It's good. We're fine. But yeah, Jack has officially joined the club, so congratulations, Jack. And like over the past few decades, lots of celebrities have been getting diagnosed with mental like issues and disorders, and Jack's the guy is now one of the more recent ones. Yeah, anyway, this video is just going to be going over some controversies and criticisms about the whole situation. And I'm just going to basically like watch the video that he made about his diagnosis, and I'm just going to go over like some details before we actually jump into it. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let me just give a few more. Let me just give a few thoughts real quick before we dive into the video itself. The reason why Jacksepticeye made the video itself was basically like to just raise awareness on and just explain that autism isn't like just the way that most people think it is. If you're not on the internet, like lots of people, including myself, do make a lot of edgy jokes about autism. And don't worry, I can, because I have autism myself, as I already said, but like that's besides the point. There's lots of people meme about autism, like just saying that like it's just a bunch of tics and like it's just about social skills and all this other shit. But it's not actually that. And Jack basically wanted to make the video like overall like it's basically like overall just to like make the video like discussing that like it's not the norm, and there's a lot more to autism, and that's exactly why he made that video. And he also made the video was to just like raise awareness and just like give his backstory and overall like to just explain why he wanted to like go get diagnosed and why he got diagnosed to be actually begin with. The whole biggest criticism with this whole situation is that like Jack like painted this whole situation out as if like something bad happened, and lots of people were criticizing him, and some people were even poking fun of him for it, like making news articles like mocking the way he decided to go about the whole about like his whole diagnosis. Specifically, Keemstar and Drama Alert decided to poke fun of it by like making by like making like a banner that made it look like it was like all serious and bad. It's completely understandable because like I to be honest, I don't know why Jack painted this whole situation as it was like something like major. Because when he uploaded the video, he like made the thumbnail as if like something bad was going on. Like he literally put like in full bold red text diagnosed with him going. As much as I like Jack, I do find it like a bit scummy when it comes when it comes to like him, like when it comes to him like trying to like make the whole situation as if like something bad was going on. Like I've discussed recently, that's just how like YouTubers like just try to get views by just making everything like all clickbaity, but you know, it is what it is. That's the norm of YouTube now. Jack said one of the main reasons why he wanted to go get diagnosed to begin with was because he was having physical problems that actually like had related symptoms to autism itself. And that's exactly what he talked about in this video, and he went over some other stuff. So I'm going to be watching it now, and I'm just going to be going over my thoughts. Yeah, let's just get on with it now.
Autism had to be that thing that was what is now known as nonverbal autism. It had to be the people who need to stim all the time. It had to be people who need repetitive motions, who can't really communicate well. It was that like really stereotypical version of it that a lot of people still think today is what autism is. And don't get me wrong, that is part of the spectrum of it, and some people are that way, but that's not the entire picture anymore.
Now take this as a big note. Like notice how he says anymore, right? Because as I said at the beginning of the video, that is like a lot of that is like one of the main reasons why people associate like with autism, and some people like just think like oh it's about communication and stimming, because now it's a sense like people have been studying it more in like mental health, and it has been more like optimized for the past few years, especially here in the United States. Like experts have been like really researching it, and like categorizing things into the right way, and now and nonverbal autism has been like one of the main aspects of it, and now because like more symptoms have been adding on to nonverbal autism. And that's what Jack is saying here. Basically, what he's saying is that like it's no longer like just like no longer speaking and just being shit at communicating. Like there's a lot more to it.
I got tested because of my own curiosity. I just like figuring out how my body is, why I am the way I am, how I kind of like fit into different places in the world, and also just to kind of like give myself peace of mind, because when I was a kid, I was the outsider. I was weird. I played video games too much on my own. I like stayed liking the things that other people didn't really like anymore. Like they moved on, like, oh, I don't like video games anymore. And I'm like, oh, I still like love video games. They're cool. I love Sonic the Hedgehog and trains.
Yeah, but that is a part of autism also, because like some people decided like to just stick with like older things. I'm kind of like the same way. I play some games that like literally no one else plays anymore, or like some people think that like that like people just think like that like certain games like really suck, and like people like, oh, that's outdated, no one plays that anymore, it used to be really popular, and I'm over here like sitting there playing it while everyone else doesn't play it. Like I'm the same way. I'm not really a big fan of modern games. I kind of like stick like to the retro shit, as like some of you guys know. Like I speedrun some of the like retro games, and I play it like older games, because like I'm not gonna get into the subject, because this is like a whole other subject on some. But like modern video games are not as good as retro ones, because like long story short, like modern games are more focused on making money than it is actually like making their actual fucking games good. So and I know like that's like very off topic, but like I just wanted to get that out of the way, because it's gonna fuck with my head if I didn't get that out of the way. Like if you have autism, you are going to stand out and do a lot of different shit, and that like and everyone at my school recognizes me, because like, everyone at my school knows that I make YouTube videos. No one else does that. So some kids sit there and like think that like I'm like like an interesting person. So they talk to me because I make YouTube videos. I'm like interested in the internet, and like no one else at my school is really as associated as like some people are in the internet. And so it's like autistic people, like including myself and Jack and Elon Musk and all these other people are like more of like standouts, because they do like more like different things that other people are usually used to and other shit. Elon Musk is interested in space and like optimizing like Bitcoin and all this other shit, and like trying to like make living things on Mars. Jack is interested in video games and being a YouTuber like me, and I'm the same exact way. And like I play retro games, and I stick out and stick to older things. So if you have autism, you are going to stick out and do some other shit that no one else is going to look at you. And I won't say no one else. I meant to say that like it's like most people are going to look at you and be like, hey, wow, like like you're a bit fucking quirky and weird. And not that like there's anything wrong with that. That's just like what most people think, because people are fucking stupid.
Reading down the list was like, if you have autism, you likely have ADHD, you likely have depression and anxiety, you likely have intestinal issues, you likely have hypermobility and joint issues, and you likely have asthma. And I was like, I have all of these things. I just have like a soup of like mess going on inside of me.
I don't really know that this is like a part of autism. I mean because like I do have like double joints like in my legs, I believe. I mean no, I do have double joints in my legs, because I can literally I'm not gonna do it here because like no one wants to fucking see that. It's kind of gross, but I can literally put my legs behind. Well, I'm not both my legs at the same time, but like I can like put my leg like behind my neck, and I can like stretch it around the back of my head. That's kind of like a special talent I have. So I don't really know if that's a part of like having like a necessarily like joint issue, but that is something I have as well. So maybe that counts. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, please. I more than likely am, but I don't fucking know. I just figured that I'd figure I'd just mention that, considering that's like another thing I can like relate to. Video went like a bit off topic and was talking about how he of like how I don't exactly remember what he said, but like he was talking about like how this was like a positive for him, and how with this next year he wants to like change the industry of content creation or whatever. Now, what does he mean by that? I have no fucking clue, to be honest with you. Because like Jack as a creator is very independent. I mean, sure, he has done a few collabs, but I could see him changing the industry, but at the same time, I can't. because of other reasons I've talked about like previously in the past few months. But like that's besides the point, though. I mean, I don't know what Jack was talking about, but like other than that, that was pretty much like the end of that video because he went into talk about like some other stuff that's been going on with him recently and how he wants to do better things with this diagnosis and to evolve himself next year as a creator. Now again, what does that exactly mean? I have no idea. It can mean a lot of things. It can mean a lot of things, but the only way we can find out is that we just have to wait. Have to wait till next year. Now, to be honest, there's like a few other things that are on my mind, and I'm about Jack, and I'm just gonna talk about them now. And like since it's on my mind, I figure I'd just talk about it because like because like it's gonna mess with me if I don't. Like I've been saying for this video because like there's lots of things I want to say, and if I don't, even though they're like a bit off topic, if I don't say them, it's gonna fuck with my head after I'm done editing this video. But so I'm just gonna figure just get everything out now, clear the water, and you know what, and just like you know what, let me say this. Let me say these few things for like a few more minutes. Just bear with me here. I don't know if anyone has realized this, but like I mean like sure, I'm pretty sure everyone has realized it. Like a few people. Like Jacksepticeye also went viral a few weeks ago also for making a video called "Help." And with like a black screen, making it look all creepy to basically to just talk about like like the basic atmosphere of the internet and how it's like all negative and how it's just all stupid shit for views, kind of like what I was talking about a few months ago. But like at this point, even though how much I complain about it, and I'm gonna sound a bit hypocritical when I say this, Jacksepticeye complains about it too much in my opinion because he's been complaining about it a lot over like the past, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't say like over the like few years, but like he has talked about it like saying how he wants to spread positivity and how people need to be more positive, and it's like, dude, I'm sorry to say this, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people when I say this, like Jack has to move on. I know a lot of people are gonna get mad when I say that because lots of people like Jack and like but we as creators need to move on and just accept that like this is the current state of the internet. That like there's gonna be almost no way to change it unless if Jack like really wants to dedicate to that, which I'm rooting for him at the same time. But at the same time, there's almost no way to change that. Like this is the current state of the internet that we're in. That like people just want to be negative all the time. That and just act stupid for just to get a few clicks on them. Like that is the reality of the internet, and Jack complains about it way too much. And I get it. And I get it, right? It is annoying. It sucks to see because like him as a creator that's not like what the internet was 10 years ago when he used to be a content creator. Like what Jack was used to back then when he was like growing, he had like 800,000 subs. People watching like purely for his content, such as like his famous Happy Wheels video, which like his famous Happy Wheels series, which I used to tune into a lot. That's like that was like one of the main aspects of my childhood. But like at the end of the day, sure, but like that is what he grew. That is like what he grew up with. I wouldn't say grew up with, but like that is what he was used to as a creator like a decade ago. Because like now it's more about like now it's like more about like now it's like more about like having like expensive quality, and it's more of like a business aspect than is actually entertaining people than is actually having fun. That's why Jacksepticeye got in the controversy last year saying how much he doesn't like Mr. Beast because of that, and I totally agree with him on that. But like again, to be fair, there's like a lot more to say, but so I don't want to ramble on for too long, but about the subject. But like the thing is, this is the current state of the internet, and we as creators just have to deal with it. Like there's almost nothing we can do unless Jack wants to have some big plan, which I'm rooting for him. I'm not saying that like I'm not like doubting him or anything. Like maybe he has like some plan to like change that and like to open up like a new space and break the ice of it and like break the ice of the controversy of negativity on the internet and stuff. Sure, like maybe there's a way that we can change that and that he can change that. I don't know, but like at the end of the day, this is how the internet is on. It is now. We have to get over it as creators. Done. I mean, that's just how it is at the end of the day. Sadly, it's sad to say that, but it's the truth. That is the new era of the internet. Do stupid shit for views, get popular from it. It sucks, but that's how it is now. Back to the autism thing. Back like to the autism like situation real quick with Jack. I'm just gonna say this real quick. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm just gonna get into this detailed analysis since I like didn't really get into it. I just like kind of just fucking left it bland at the beginning of the video. But I'm just gonna also say this real quick. Like maybe around like 10 years ago, like mental health all around the world wasn't really that big of a concern, but now it is, considering that there's considering that now like considering that there's like more people coming out saying that they've been diagnosed with shit, and like experts all around the world have been like researching it more over the past decade, and saying how like there's like new shit being discovered, and like how there's like being new studies done saying how individuals like cooperate like differently in certain ways, and all this other stuff. Like 10 years ago, there was an era, especially on the internet, that like maybe like a decade ago, when content creation was actually content creation. Like the majority of it was. Like if someone was caught acting like an idiot, lots of people would think, oh wow, this guy's crazy, and this guy's like clearly insane, or this guy's weird. But now like lots of people would say that like, oh hey, you know what, maybe he's going through something now, which is a good thing. But like I see some people like in this topic talk about I see some people in this topic like sympathize way too much with people. I'm not saying with Jack particularly, but I see some people like sympathize for certain people too much in certain situations. It's like, oh, you don't know what this person's going through. Maybe that's why he's acting like this, and that I don't know. I mean, but that can be like a whole separate video on its own, maybe with that topic. I would have to like do like a bit more research to get like the full details. But that's just my take on it. But other than that, like all I'm trying to say is that like I'm glad that like more celebrities, and like especially celebrities, and more people have been coming out saying that like they've been diagnosed with shit. And I'm glad experts have been like researching it more, and like getting the proper details and all this other stuff. So kudos to Jack, and kudos to all the famous celebrities and other content creators who have come out about their struggles like mentally over the past few years. And and hopefully that like society can start can start like fucking like inbreeding from all this stuff, and just developing like us as a society. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. But one more thing, like all I'm trying to say is kudos to Jack, and kudos to us as a society for just starting to accept people. But good job, Jack. I'm proud of you. The other than the whole clickbait thing that I said, which was scummy, but I'm probably gonna get backlash for that. But oh well, it's my opinion. To deal with it. But yeah, anyway, other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet a bunch of random shit on there. Follow me on Instagram. I post random pictures of myself, or if I find something funny in my camera roll, I'll post it up there as well. And I usually upload stuff from my TikTok, which, by the way, go follow my TikTok. I posted like a bunch of mini commentaries, or skits. They actually call them mini commentary stitches on TikTok. I just call them mini commentaries. Don't ask why. I just do. Join my Discord. It is dead. And follow my Twitch. I would like some of you guys to watch the works on like some gaming content that I sometimes do every once in a while, and like some goals I set that I want to accomplish, like to get on leaderboards and stuff next year, and continue with speed running Super Mario Bros. and a bunch of other stuff. But hey, so just follow my Twitch. And like I said, join my Discord. I would like to have some people to talk to in there. It's dead. And you know what? Just follow everything below in the description. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. See ya.